everyone! I hope everyone's feeling fantabby-dozy and delicious, yeah. As I'm taking part in the sketch fit thingy, I thought this would be the perfect excuse, by excuse I of course mean opportunity, to do a video that I've been meaning to do for a while, which is to have a look at my Inktober sketches from last year. For those who don't know what Inktober is, check the description because I will hopefully have written what it is so I don't make this video any longer than it already is. I actually managed to do all of Inktober last year, so yay! Which is 31 drawings, so hopefully this video isn't going to be too long, so let's get started. As you can see, I've got my nice Hogwarts notebook, which is now full! Yay, it's full of drawings. This is the first time I've ever actually completed a whole... I've lost the tabby thing, okay. Let's begin. So here we have, this is for the 1st of October. This is a little witchy poo. This is actually a sketch of a polymer clay sculpture I made a couple of years back. She is sadly no longer with us. And yeah, she took a bit of a swan dive off my shelf. Pumpkins and snake and wings and stuff. She's kind of a sassy witch. And this is, well, it's a mermaid, but it's like a deep sea kind of anglerfish, cuttlefish inspired creature. So her hair's like not really hair, it's like more like membranes and like fins and stuff. I don't tend to have a plan of what I'm going to draw when I start drawing. I just start and see what happens. And this is probably still one of my favourite pieces that I did for Inktober. She's like a unicorn, she can see a horn, she's got fairy wings, and she's got like a big, massive tail over here. And she's kind of like a tribal feel. Look at her little furry legs, kind of like fawn-ish. I haven't looked at these in a while, so you'll have to forgive me. Yes. Like with the last one, I switched from biro to a fine liner because I just wanted to try it out, and I actually ended up preferring fine liner. But I've also got some like Copic fine liner markers, and I thought, hey, why don't we try colouring one? This is why we don't colour things. And I even wrote myself a little note here, look, see? It says, this is why we do not colour. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of dynamicize, that's now a word, my posing a bit. So, yay, have like a priestess, shamaness thing. Like, this angle of face is always a real challenge for me. There's a lot of things that are real challenges. You can see she doesn't have hands because I can't draw hands. That's definitely one of the things I definitely need to work on, definitely this year, but haven't quite yet. Experimented on this one with a slightly kind of thicker, stronger, more bold lining with my fine liners, and I quite like it. I do like that kind of rough, because my style, I've kind of figured out now, is rather messy. I'm never going to make pristine, beautiful, technical, detailed drawings. I'm going to do this. So I think as soon as you've figured that out, as soon as you figure out who you are as an artist and how you work, then it's kind of a real sense of freedom, to be honest, because it's like, finally, I can stop trying to be like other people and I can just do me and do what I do. Yeah, random snake lady. I started drawing her. I kind of got to about this point and was like, oh, I really see her as being like a mermaid, because I kept trying to draw her with legs and it didn't work. But I was like, well, I drew a mermaid a little while ago, I can't do another mermaid. So I was like, oh, hello, snake person. So she's got like giant, massive horns, and I was experimenting with weight, trying to portray weight in hair, so it's just boom, whereas usually I'm like, ooh. Again, technical terms. But I randomly decided to go back to biro. This is the last time I did doing biro because I actually thought I prefer fine liners. This is a drawing based around a fantastically amazing creature called the Atlas Moth. Check them out, they are gorgeous. I wish I could rub out what I did to the face because I ruined it. But yeah, again, posy stuff. I'll ignore this leg because foreshortening is not my strong point. Do I have strong points? Apparently I don't. So this is the first of my drawing sketches that's actually based on one of my polymer clay creations. So a stick, but you can't really see the stick because I didn't bother making that ink. I tried. Here she's like a guardian type lady warrior, and yeah, just generally her like face and hair just went really well, and I am never going to be able to do that again. My first kind of more portrait version. This is another fake portrait pendant inspired drawing. Unfortunately, she looks like she's got kind of a funny shaped head, but this bit is hair, these are wings, these are little feathers, and you've got some horns, and then you've got leaves. Didn't use a reference because that's just not something I do, because I'm an idiot and I like to make things really difficult for myself. Oh my goodness, it's a dude! I do draw dudes! Armour's kind of like, well, it's armour, but it's also, I think, slightly futuristic, so that's pretty cool. I do quite like his little headgear thing. I like the fact that the poofy bit sticks out the top. I said, look, no hands! Oh my god, I haven't seen my Dorian in so long. Yes! Dorian! Oh my god, if you play Dragon Age Inquisition, Dorian was by far my favourite character. I love Dorian! And witty and sarcastic and just delightful. He made me laugh. His character made me laugh so many times when I was playing this game. Yay for demon ladies. This is another one inspired by a fake portrait pendant. I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I always kind of moan when I see women kind of portrayed in this kind of slightly sexualized way, sort of boobs out, tiny little skirt, and especially if she's a warrior, because it's like, well, that's not going to protect you. But the reason why I do it is because usually I would have spent so long on the anatomy that I'm like, I don't want to cover it in clothes. So it is my human rogue from Dragon Age Inquisition. Now the hair presets in Dragon Age are shit. In a word, they are terrible. So this is technically her hair. She's got the side shaved kind of dread thing, but in the game it's like a lot less of it and it's like really short. So in my head, I gave her this wonderful, stop fuzzing, bastard. I gave her this kind of mane of dreads. It's my favourite lady. It's Capitan Marvel. I can't describe how much I love her as a character. She's a boss. She's amazing. But in the new update, like the all new, all different Marvel, they've got rid of her hair and she's got like this really short crew cut, which means no more mohawk, which is devastating because the mohawk was the thing I fell in love with first of this character. I draw Captain Marvel, I give her a mohawk, and because I love drawing big, thick, like floaty hair, I always give her a massive mohawk. I usually have to draw a Captain Marvel like once every few months, otherwise I get withdrawal symptoms. We see the first time I've drawn my OCs in a while. So yeah, these are the OCs from my book that I'm kind of writing. So we have Faith, who is the typical kind of normal girl who gets kind of sucked into this world of danger and adventure, and this is one of the main characters as well, Sora, who is kind of one of her companions and is kind of helping her out and looking after her, and you know, and I do like how her face came out. I'm not brilliant with expressions, but I don't know, she just looks so comfortable. And I decided to try drawing them again, and then I butchered it. Continuity just doesn't happen with me. I can't just keep drawing the same type of character over and over again. What I do like about this drawing, the only thing I like, is I really like how the jeans came out. Yay! I drew Sora again on his own, looking all thoughtful and pensive. He's actually quite kind of a laid back, very sweet, very loyal, good morals, just a really nice guy. And legs, I actually managed to fall short in a leg for once. He went back to doing like a big portrait type thing, and this is, you guessed it, another one of my fake portrait pendants. I went crazy with the inks on this one, just went so it's a bit heavier than the other portrait that I did, like a weird scribbly thing in the background. When in doubt, just scribble. That's my motto. Starting to get towards the back end of October and I was starting to run out of ideas. So we've got like a random kitsune character. Despite the fact that they're usually quite mischievous, I've made this one look a little bit kind of worried and miserable. Maybe she thinks she's about to get caught. Yay! Star-Lord! This is my homage to Pete Quill / Star-Lord. If you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you'll know how much I love Guardians of the Galaxy and obsessed with that movie. This is him. And the reason why it says Face It I Rule is because he's got his own comic book and that's what it's called. Oh, I much preferred how this one looked in pencil, but I had to ink it because it's called Inktober, and I did the thing again where I butchered her face. This part I am very happy with, and look, she has hands! This is my main character again from my book Faith, and she's learning how to wield water, and no, she's not an airbender or a waterbender or any kind of bender. This is my own story, just may or may not have unfortunately had coincidental similarities with Avatar. It is still a sore spot with me, let's just move on. OCs again, so yeah, once I start drawing my OCs I don't stop, so I just go for like a masquerade mask theme, and we've got Faith dressed up as like a fairy, and we've got Sora dressed as like a demon, goblin type dude. Drawing two characters together in the same picture is always a bit daunting for me because it's always like trying to get their body positions right and their heads the right size to scale and completely different direction. I wanted to do something a bit more sort of fashiony and editorial looking, so we've got this rather cool and groovy looking chick. She's very tribal kind of influenced, so yeah, blah blah blah, there's a thing. And I broke my rule, I drew on the opposite side. Oh my god! The only page where I've got like multiple unfinished little doodles. So funny story about this little drawing here, and just kind of illustrates how crazy the brain is. I decided I wanted to do a portrait because I hadn't done one for a while. I picked my boy Chris Pratt. Unfortunately I decided to do this at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I spent 3 hours and it looked terrible. So next morning I do the thing, I rub it out, and then it takes me about 10 minutes, and without a reference I draw this. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and don't push it. I mean, I'm not saying this is like identical to Chris Pratt. It's really not in any way, shape or form. I know people on Instagram knew who it was, so I was ecstatic and thrilled. We're getting to the last legs, the final stage, and we have random fairy warrior person with really unbelievable hair. And she's got, I tried to do a bit of perspective on her stick, so it's like it's looming out at you. And feet! I actually drew feet for once. Yay! It's back to my Marvel ladies, and it's Black Widow! I tried doing like a background thing here. This weirdness is supposed to be the little design that she wears on the belt, but yeah, I butchered it, as I do, because I didn't use a reference! We're on to my element characters. So this is my water elemental. Her name is Rillen, and she's kind of based on sort of Chinese culture and mythology, and she's got a crown made of coral. OC character from my book, but we went away from the what are they called, elemental characters. This is just one of the human mortal characters. Her name is Pepper, and so she's this awesome like kick-ass mechanic. I love Pepper. She's probably actually the character I've drawn the most because she's just so much fun to draw. And this is Earth. Her name is Ender Renner, and for her I really jumped on this idea of Mother Nature. So she's very nurturing, she's very soft, kind, she's got beautiful sort of soft brown curls and her antlers. She's covered in a dress made of like leaves and twigs and stuff. Yay! We have Ehre. She's kind of got a Valkyrie, Viking / kind of almost Grecian goddess design going on. Lives up in the mountains, she looks down upon everything, and that's kind of her attitude. She's cold, she's unfeeling, she's unsympathetic. Not a lot of warmth going on in here. And then I had a dilemma because obviously the next day, the 31st, is the last day of Inktober and falls on Halloween, but I've drawn 3 of my element characters, so really I should have drawn a 4th, but in the end I was like, no, it is Halloween, so we'll finish how I started, and I went with another witch. But this is my OC Blue, the mascot from my Etsy store, dressed up as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. But she's got her little radio here, and she's got a little Gigi, looking a bit windswept, a little bag, and I said at the bottom, Happy Halloween! And she's got Kiki's lovely big red bow in her hair. Yay, so that was it, that's the end. Finished on the 31st, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking through these. As you can see, I've got like the rest of this sketchbook that I can go through if you'd like to see it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Whatever that, baby.